Hello everybody, welcome to this new series of The Legend of Zelda: Link's Awakening. This is a remake of an original Game Boy game from quite a long time ago. And honestly, I've been looking forward to doing this for a long time, and I'm really happy that I finally have the chance to. Now, this will probably be one of my shorter series because it's actually a pretty short game from what I've seen so far. And honestly, I think it's going to be a lot of fun to get through. So before the cutscene plays again, let's just go ahead and get started with our new profile. We're just going to keep our name as Link. And let's go ahead and get started. It's not a very extensive intro to the game, but hey. So here we are in this random house. What a relief. I thought you'd never wake up. You were tossing and turning. What? Zelda? No, my name's Marin. You must still be feeling a little woozy. You are on Koholint Island. Well, hello there, Marin. You want me to follow the lane to the beach? Well, Link, you finally snapped out of it. Name's Terran. Hope you're feeling better. What? How did I know your name? You think it's weird, eh? Well, I saw it on the back of the shield. That's right. We can get our shield from nice little Terran here. He is quite the interesting character. So let's go ahead and get started. Let's go ahead and get our sword right off the bat here, because that is pretty much the one thing we need to actually progress at all in this game. So let's just do it to it. Seem to be in a nice little village here. That is oddly a Mario character right there. Here we're passing by two kids. We're throwing a ball. Seems to be a very nice little place, but here we already have some baddies in the form of Octoroks, a staple of Zelda, so not everything is peachy as it seems. So we're going to need to get to our sword, but it seems that there's this thing blocking the way. All we need to do to get rid of that is push it with our shield. And suddenly, something else appears. Hoot hoot! So you're the lad who owns a sword. Now I understand why the monsters are starting to act so violently. A courageous lad has come to wake the windfish. It is said that you cannot leave the island unless you wake the windfish. You should now go north to the mysterious forest. I will wait for you there. Hoot. That owl's a real hoot. Fun fact, this is also the first 2D Zelda game I've played on the channel, and it's the second Zelda game I've also played on the channel. I was going to opt to play them in chronological order, but there's not really much of a point to that at this point. So what we're going to do, we're going to start getting our progress made to get into the first dungeon already, because honestly there's not much to do prior to there. We're gonna get a bit far in one of our quest lines here that we can do, but to do that we're also gonna need 10 rupees at least. However, it will be best to probably get more rupees than 10 at first. Because moving forward in that trading sequence without those 10 rupees can be a mistake if you don't do good enough on it. These are levers. These are my least favorite enemy in the entire Zelda franchise. I don't know why they can insist on adding them to each game. But we're just gonna grind for a bit, see about trying to get some rupees saved up. So far I see nothing being added up. Now, for those of you who are unfamiliar with the normal Zelda territory, perhaps you've only ever played Breath of the Wild and nothing else, older Zelda games, be it both 3D or 2D, were more linear to an extent, and they kind of had a more direct path that you took. This included the items you got, the number of hearts you got, very many things relied on progression of items, and honestly, while Breath of the Wild is an amazing game, this is the formula that I really grew up with for Zelda, and it's honestly the one I prefer more. It's just more Zelda to me than Breath of the Wild is. And don't worry, I still consider Breath of the Wild a valid Zelda game on its own right, but it's not the same as what Zelda is as a whole. And Link's Awakening, I think, is a very stark example of what Zelda is at its best, when it adheres to its formula at its best. So that's one reason I'm very excited to play this game. I have played through some of the original Game Boy version on my 3DS before. However, I have not beaten it before, including my personal playthrough. I'm still only about halfway through on my personal playthrough on the Switch version. But getting started here, we're gonna have to move up a bit. We're gonna jump in here real quick because there's a nice little goodie we can get. And that is, in fact, our first piece of heart. Did not take very long to get that at all, honestly. Now let's move forward. Now, what we need to do is save up more rupees for a very specific activity. Because what we need to do is have enough rupees to actually carry it out to fruition. So let's just continue on with that. I will see y'all when I am done getting these rupees. Here real quick, while I'm grinding for rupees, I did find this. This is a secret seashell, and these are obtained for a specific cause that we're not going to go over right now, although it will be seen very soon on in the game. Not this episode, but you know. So now we have about 30 rupees, so what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and go in here, this hut right here. Now this is the crane game, and what we are trying to get is that Yoshi doll right there. A piece of heart would be nice if we saved up enough rupees to continue playing the crane game. Actually, what we're going to do first, we're going to try and get this purple rupee first. That crane on the bottom right should scoop it up. Never mind. I want to get that purple rupee, so that way we can get more rupees that enabled us to play this game longer. Because it is 10 rupees per play. So, we just gotta line it up just right. Not quite. We might have gotten it, but you never know. Our goal is not that shield, so don't worry about that. Okay, we might have picked up the shield. Oh, never mind. We're good. We don't get the shield that we don't need. Because we already have a shield. I don't even know how you lose a shield in this game. So, we're going to challenge it one more time. Try to get the Yoshi doll. It looks like we got spot on, but knowing the crane physics, it might end up flunking it out. We're just going to have to wait and see. It seems the doll is ours. Now, we're gonna pick up that rupee and we're gonna pick up the doll. And we're going to then try to get that piece of heart. So let's go ahead and pick up the doll. We're gonna need this doll for a very specific purpose very soon here. And let's go ahead and start trying to get the heart. We might have been off a bit there. I'm just gonna have to see. Yeah, see, it's not going down all the way. I don't know why it does that. It should go down as far as it can. But hey. The crane physics in the original Game Boy version were much, much simpler. Essentially, it just had to be spot on. And then it would pick it up fine. Sometimes if it was a little bit off kilter, it could pick it up still, but, you know. So I will see you guys again when we have the heart. So we are going to pick the heart up here. However, what is not guaranteed is whether or not it will stay in the claw. Because there are some physics at work here that may or may not be agreeable. And as you can see, we actually did get the heart, so let's go ahead and not play that again. Alright, let's go ahead and pick that up. We lost about 30 rupees trying to get it, but hey, what do you know? Honestly, we did come out with more of a profit in terms of the piece of heart and the Yoshi doll. And the Yoshi doll, yes, there's what the Yoshi doll is related to. So what we're going to do is we're going to head up here towards this cliff up ahead. And in here is a mother who will want a Yoshi doll. And we're going to give it to her. And here she is. Oh, will you give that Yoshi doll to my baby? Darn right I will. And in return, we get a bow. Now, what can this ribbon be used for? Well, let's just find out real quick. Because we do not have to walk very far at all to find that out. So, jumping down here, we're going to go ahead and head this way towards the doghouse. And on the side here, not the main house, we're going to head inside. And we find a little chain chomp dog here. And we are going to give it the ribbon. And it is going to give us, in exchange, the dog food. Now, there's one last place we need to head, and it is the beach. And on the beach, we're going to find a very specific person who is in need of something just so similar to dog food. We'll see that in just a moment. I'll see you when we get there. So, this house right here is exactly who wants the dog food. So we go inside, and we see a crocodile. That's right. Things are getting weird here. So let's go ahead and talk to him. What's that you have? It's canned food. For heaven's sake, man, give that to me, please. I'm gonna lose it if I can't get that can. We're gonna give it to him. And we're going to get a very neat animation of him eating the can. This is honestly something kind of more weird tense for Zelda. And here we get a banana. That's right. Now, for the banana, we are not going to be able to use it for quite a bit, so we're just going to hold on to that for now and start making our way to the rest of our goals. So what we need to do is head up towards the mysterious forest. And on the way there, we're also picking up this mysterious acorn, essentially. This allows you to... I believe this one is the one that makes it harder for you to get killed faster. It makes you take less damage. So we're going to head towards the mysterious, mysterious forest with this in tow. So let's go ahead and head there now. It should be up this way. And yes, it is right up here. As you can see, it is the mysterious forest. Moblins ahead, they're not friendly. Now, let's go ahead and see it. And right away, we're being stopped by none other than the owl. Hoot! Oh, brave lad, on your quest to wake the dreamer. Welcome to Mysterious Forest. Much of mystery you will find on this uncharted Koholint Island. I'm afraid you may find it a trifle difficult to leave the island while the windfish naps. By the by, have you ever visited the Tail Cave, which is south of the village? Go there with the key you find in this forest. The windfish is watching. Hoot. So yeah, let's just go ahead and go in here. Now, our goal is to find a mysterious key that will allow us to get access to a cave. Yes, the piece of power here, it allows you to have more attack power, basically. Now, coming in here, we see a very interesting looking raccoon. Now, we are going to deal with him in the next episode. So I will see you all then. Goodbye.